I mean, it's a little weird for me because you're a libertarian, and in fact, you could even wind up on a libertarian ticket at some point. It's not this psycho. No, but I'm just saying it could happen, right? So you're literally a libertarian, but for some reason we have the same instincts on almost everything. I would say there are a lot of people in conservative media who I always have felt like I had a lot in common with, and now I don't. And it's not because I've gotten liberal. I've gotten less liberal. I see them as way more liberal. So what had happened to conservative media? Not all of them. I have a million friends in it, but like a lot of the big names seem very liberal to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's kind of the same thing that happened to libertarians. I think they're in Washington, D.C., and that's not where you're supposed to be.
No, that's right.
And so the best libertarian organization in the world is the Mises Institute, and it's based in Auburn, and
Alabama.
Yeah, and they specifically put it there because they want no part of Washington D.C. And then you see all of the Cato and guys like that who are based out of D.C. They get very corrupted, and you can look at it. It's the same thing. We were just talking about Donahue calling out Chris Matthews back in the day. They're having cocktail parties with the Fed chairman. But you're a libertarian. You shouldn't be doing that.
They're actually doing that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's actually doing that. And I think a lot of that's the same problem with the kind of conservatism or whatever.
Yes.
They've been corrupted. And power is seductive. And I'm sure you know that from being in DC for so many years that I'm not saying you're kind of an anomaly. Think about all the people in Washington DC and how much all of them wanted to suck up to power. Almost, right? 90-something%?
At least. That's why they're there.
Right. And so it's a difficult thing to...
I didn't get that for some reason for so long. I was living in the middle of it. I don't know. I'm not a super genius, so I didn't realize how corrupt it was. Everyone always said it was corrupt. It felt like a really nice place to me. I raised all my kids there. But when you realize how corrupt it is, I mean, it's horrifying.
Yeah. But that's also, I think there's something like the nature of conservatism or the conservative movement in America has always just been to lose. It's built into them. Every generation just loses and then moves on to the next thing to lose. The old right, Robert Taft, right. They were largely in opposition to the New Deal. They were fighting back against FDR's New Deal. We're in opposition to that. And then you cut forward 20 years and it's FDR Democrats are the new Republicans, right? Ronald Reagan is it's nobody would dare question the New Deal. And then of course there was a movement pushing back against the Great Society and now of course entitlements are no one would ever dare question Medicare. And look, just recently I saw Donald Trump, who's not a traditional conservative, but he did the most traditional conservative thing when he said when we get in there again, we are gonna fix Obamacare. And I'm like, okay, right. So that's where we're at now, right? It's no more repeal and you don't even hear Republicans